Okay, so today we are on rotations about other fixed points. So it says a figure can be rotated around any fixed point. In the example to the right, triangle ABC is rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise about the point 2, 3. We can use vectors to rotate a figure when the center of rotation is not the origin. All right, so here is an example, and here are the steps. So the example is going to say we're going to graph X, Y, Z, and the center of rotation P. So let's graph X, Y, Z first. So we have 4, 7, it looks like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So there's X. We have 8, 5. And then we have Z, 6, 3. And that's what I'm going to write in for my original points. X, now, you do not always have to include the original points. I am just doing it to kind of show you guys everything in detail, okay? Now, the next thing we need is we need this new center of rotation, which is 1, 2. So 1, 2 lands right there. So there's our point P. So I'm just going to create a new axis using point P. Okay, so before we get into this new stuff, I want to talk about the function notation real quick. The function notation is going to look like this. We're going to use lowercase r. We're going to put a parentheses around it. Now they're saying 90 degrees counterclockwise. So is the 90 going to be positive or negative? Positive, okay. So it'll be 90 degrees counterclockwise. And I'm putting point P here as the point of rotation. Sorry, it's kind of... Let me see if I can make that look a little better. There we go. Okay. Now, you're not always going to be, the point's not always going to be given a letter. Sometimes it'll just be, hey, here's a point. And if that's the case, you would put you would put like 1, 2 there instead if it wasn't named. Does that make sense? I'm sorry? You would put in parentheses twice. Yeah. So you put in parentheses for that, and then you should have 2 parentheses on the end. Yeah. 90 degrees. There's a parenthesis. Sorry, it's not working with me very well today, but it's parentheses 90 comma P. So let's say, just out of curiosity, let's say they didn't give you point P. It would look like this. It would be the rotation, 90 degrees, and then you would put 1 comma 2 and then close the parentheses twice, okay? Is that going to be important today? No. Will it be important tomorrow? Yes. Okay, so just FYI. All right, so now let's find our new axis points. Finding our new axis points means that since this is now our origin, this point P is our origin, we need to count each of these points to see where they land in this new axis. So if I look at Z, all right, Z is an easy one. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. It's over 5, up 1. So this new Z point is 5, comma 1. For Y, 6, 7, it says 7, up 1, 2, 3. So Y is 7, 3. And then the new point for X, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be 3, comma 5. Okay, so those are our new points, which means that we use this to help us rotate, but are they actually accurate? No. All right. But since this is our new origin, we can now use our foldables and apply the rotation rule. In this case, 90 degrees counterclockwise is negative YX. So I'm still going to apply these new points as negative y x. So this will be negative 5 comma 3. This will be negative 3 comma 7. This will be negative 1 comma 5. And I'm going to plot these points onto this grid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And negative 1. Oops, that's not x. X prime, yes. Y prime, Z prime. Okay. So, yeah. Hold on. Shh. Yes. You go about the axis that you move. So I'm using everything in green right now. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, so now, again, these are not accurate points. So we need to find the accurate points. So I'm going to come back to the original axis, and then I'm just going to count to see what lands where, okay? So if I look at, so I'm going to just pick another color, pink. Here's, again, point Z, which in this case ends up being 0, comma, and if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's Y. Again, I have 1, 2, so I'm negative 2. And then going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9. And then X, 1, 2, 3, 4. So negative 4. And then going up 1, 2, 3, looks like 5. So then these would be the actual points. So again, just to kind of recap here, we're going to do more, but I list my original points just so I have them. I find the points with the new axis after I create it using the point that's given to me to rotate over. I apply my rotation rules as if it's about the origin. And then I go back to the original axis and just find where they're actually landing. Are you ready for the next one? Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's plot these points. All right, so I'm going to use pink for this. So C, negative 7, 6. And then D, E, and then F. Okay, so here's my original points. So C, oops, D, E, and F. Okay, so the point we are rotating about is negative 3, 1. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, up or down 1. So it's right here. So I'm going to draw my new axis. And now I'm going to find my new points. So let's see. For E, it looks like we've got -1 up to, oops, wrong spot. Let's see. F should be -4 up to. D, -1, 7, and C, -4, 7. Okay. Now that we have the points on the new axis, or these new points, we're talking about 180 degrees about that point, or about the origin in this case. What is the rotation rule for 180 degrees? Who could tell me? Evan? Very good. So I'm just going to put in here -x, -y. And now I'm going to apply that. So in this case, it's going to be 4, -7. I'm going to have 1, -7. Going to have 1, -2. And I'm going to have 4, -2. So I'm going to plot these points and see if they landed correctly. So 4, -7. I'm going to plot them using the purple grid. That would be C prime. Here's D prime. Here is E prime. And F prime. Okay. Now find the original points and see what you get. Someone have the points? All right, who's got the points? Tell me the points. Gentlemen, the second time. All right, who's got the points? For number 1, the actual points. What are they? Go ahead. Yeah, for these right here. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Very good. You got 2? Very good. Okay. So those are the points. I want to do a 270 with you guys on number 2, and then I'm going to leave 3 and 4 for you guys to try, and then we'll do it clockwise, okay? But I want to at least do the 270. I want you guys to have an example of each before you get into it by yourselves. All right. So again, why don't you take a moment and plot these points. All right, show of hands who's still graphing this. All right, let's check it out. All right, so I'm going to look at the new points. All right, so if I look, my new points using this current axis in orange, all right, is going to be, I have 0, 5, 2, 6, 7, 4, and 1, 1. Now I'm just going to kind of put the points here as Q, R, S, T. I'm not going to label the originals for this one because you don't necessarily have to for the problem. Okay. I was just doing that kind of to reiterate the rules. Now, someone tell me, what is the rule for 270 counterclockwise? Go ahead. Is it? Huh? Yeah. So it'd be y negative x. That's what I got. All right, so now I'm going to apply this. So this will be, looks like 5, 0, 6, negative 2, 4, negative 7, and 1, negative 1. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a minute to plot, and I want you to find the new points, and then I'm going to ask somebody to shout those out to me. This part right here? Okay, so if I go back, I'm going to grab this. So what I have to do is I have to go back to the original after I plot the rotation, right? So after, yeah, the original axis, and you count from the original axis, not the new one. Because the new one, after you do the rotation, it's like kind of done. It's just to help you rotate about that point. You're counting for the actual, like, this is the applying the rotation rule for the new axis. When you count from here, that gives you the actual points on the grid. No. You plot these first using the orange, and then you just count using the original. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Who has these points? The actual points. Actual factual points from going back to the original grid. Bueller? Anybody? Nobody? Yeah, go ahead.
The first one is 8, -4.
Very good.
And then 9, -6.
Okay.
And then 7, -11.
Good.
And 4, -5.
Very good. Nice use for phone a friend too. Anyway. Phone a friend. I kept hearing Sam say 9. Huh? Okay. You're like, nah, I got caught. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So do me a favor. I want you guys to try. Actually, we're going to try these next 3. I want you to try the clockwise on your own first. Okay. Plot these. I'm going to give you a lot of time to do them, and then we'll go over them. Okay. 3, 4, and 5. Try those on your own. Hey guys, I'm going to pass around the stapler. If you want to staple your stuff together, okay?
It was like something about how you perform on the water, but she sounds like a broken record on the play. She doesn't like it. It really scares her. What? Yeah. Well, wait, what was the example? I know she said something like super empathy for scared. For being like scared of her level too. She was like, oh yeah, I love that one. I was outside of the Mysterium, and then I heard back in the and then you enter a mission, and then it's like, hang on, spiders. Oh no, that, for me it says, hold on, I'll get back to you later. Or, hey, okay, real quick, spiders. Yeah. Especially if it's a podcast, because you know that's not coming back. The podcast is never. But you can see them in like 20. You couldn't all the other. Especially when you're trying to do it, but you accidentally run over top of the line, and it cuts out your. Yeah, I know. I always accidentally run over the line. Oh, yeah. Spider stuff. I'll get back to you. Yeah, and then he puts back up to I can't keep my attention. No, he says lines. They always have this like the same 2 lines. Oh, we're on different games. This has photo mode too. Yeah, but I got so mad when they removed photo mode and I saw you go into it. I was why don't I? So I just and I didn't even get photo mode. It's not in my section. No, I did. Because I had a clean shot. It was like, you know, when you do like a combo text and I had a fire combo text shot with Ryan and Black Cat. And I paused and I was like, I need a photo.
Rachel here? No? Okay.
He was already.
I was like,
I don't like how they know.
Show hands who's still working on these 3. Okay.
Wait, and every time he was like, kind of, I was watching. Dude, these songs are so long.
When they have to repeat, they're like, it's like open mic. I'm always scared when there's something like that. They're gonna like let go of it. I was
Are we working on ladies?
Bro, do you not? So you know. But then when you use the gadget, the symbiote, you like at the second. There's like a little noise gadget you get. When you're fighting symbiotes, and you send it to them, they go, and then they get right back. Ooh, God, no, it's so interesting.
okay, you're cheating. You're cheating. He's still there.
I know, but don't.
No.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Now the season where the French are doing her test. She's like, did anybody tell you if they're cheating? Okay, you guys put everybody. And they're
I know. It's so crazy. She's like, he's
I would tell.
so and then like
okay, why
and then
lie?
moments later, she goes,
I'm pursuing you now. Yeah.
What happened moments ago? I was just like, MJ, on this trip.
Oh, first she made a noise.
I think I can get him.
That was not
Yeah, I know, but what was he doing? How did he get me?
Show of hands. Who's still working on these three? Okay. Where are we at? Still on the first one? Okay.
How did he get me?
Anybody else? You're on the second? How about 5 more minutes? Does that sound fair?
Yeah. So hard. Yeah, these probably take 9 years.
Okay, there's that.
So annoying. She like examines everything she does. Like I like her when my friends actually she's very energetic. Yeah, she's like stop making those faces.
I felt so bad when I was the whole week.
No, she didn't.
And then MJ called him and he was like, did peanuts for that? He was like, no, I assumed he could eat it. Right. Guess I'll go see Haley.
I'm not 14 anymore.
Oh, her stupid foot's like, my
Aggressive.
Yes, it does. No, you have to go in settings, audio. No, it's so fun. Every time you take time with her out laughing.
Don't like.
Everyone else speaks out their time.
Okay, listen.
They're like, I bought these flowers for the kids in the hospital. Oh my god, no, that's why I turned
Oh, shit.
I know, like, I couldn't sit through that anymore.
Okay, wait.
Wait, and every time she says learn, she just goes,
Good.
There's no way that's the actual word.
I don't know.
No, she goes.
I like the facial
No. There's some stupid things she's doing. They're walking up, and she was like, some of us don't need. Some of us need. Like, why are you trying to stop bro from saving us? I thought that were too. Yeah, and then he was like, oh yeah, and then he takes the call from Pete. The lizards at the bridge party. Bro, why was it feeling like boring? I love the movie.
What is that?
Like in the
Bro, this is easy.
not the chase, the one she's walking.
She was there.
How was she? How
Yeah,
was
because
she?
she got my desk.
Oh,
Sorry. No, that's
For
what I mean.
real,
I'm like,
it has
wait,
a
is it
mountain.
possible to get I think not like yeah, like no, like yeah. Is that what you say?
You can't understand. I can't look at
All right. Shh. Let's go over these real quick. Again, if you have questions, now is definitely the time to ask. Okay, so here is number 2. Wait, we did number 2. Sorry, 3. 3. Sorry about that. Are there any questions on number 3 that I can address for you guys? Hypothetically, you should memorize your fold out. Your foldable.
Just like no, I'll make sure you know all this stuff.
If you know this is just the same thing with an extra step. And that's why we need to practice. Because I'm not going to lie to you, you're going to have you definitely have one of these on your test, possibly as a composition. Definitely one. I have to check if it's multiple or not. I know we added something. And we added this, I think, with a composition. So which means you have to do 2 things with it. And we're going to go over that tomorrow. Well, when you get your review, it'll be a lot clearer. Let's just say that. Because we try to make the review as close to the test as humanly possible. Does that make sense? Sure. And not to mention the stuff I have for tomorrow, like that's going to be very, I'm not saying exact, but very similar to what you will see on your test as well. Yes. Thursday. All right. Shh, guys. Here's number 4. Shh. Any questions on number 4? All right, then here's number 5. Any questions on number 5? Anything at all? Okay, guys, you guys get going on your homework. Yeah, Evan. Someone's out as soon as they get back. You guys can get going on your homework. Let me know if you have any questions while working on it. Those of you watching at home, have a great day.